Welcome back to Arsenal Daily Talk, your number one destination for everything Arsenal. I'm your host, and today we've got an absolutely action-packed episode that will keep every single gooner glued to the screen. This isn't just another update. It's a deep dive into the performances of Arsenal stars on international duty and what it all means for Mikel Arteta's vision at the Emirates. From Martin Zubimendi's commanding role for Spain, to Mikel Merino's jaw-dropping hat-trick that silenced critics, and of course, Leandro Trossard's struggles with Belgium, there's drama, analysis, and exclusive insights you won't want to miss. So, stick around, because by the end of this episode, you'll see how these international showings are setting Arsenal up for a thrilling Premier League title chase. Let's kick things off with Martin Zubimendi. Spain demolished Turkey 6-0 in a World Cup qualifier, and while it looked like a walk in the park, all eyes were on our Arsenal midfield maestro. He played 73 minutes in that deep-lying playmaker role, dictating tempo, recycling possession, and making transitions seamless. He completed an astonishing 94% of his passes, including 5 key passes into the final third. That's elite-level efficiency. It may not have been flashy, no goals or assists this time, but make no mistake, Zubimendi was the silent engine behind Spain's dominance. Now here's where it gets interesting. Spanish media couldn't agree on his performance. Some outlets gave him a modest 6 out of 10, arguing that the game lacked a real midfield battle since Turkey folded so early. Others praised him as the pivot that made Spain tick. And this divide highlights a key truth about football. Sometimes the most important players don't make headlines, but without them, the team doesn't function. For Arsenal, this is massive. Zubimendi has only been at the Emirates for a few months after his £55 million move from Real Sociedad, yet he's already been nominated for Arsenal's Player of the Month for August. He's proving week after week that he's not just adapting to the Premier League, he's thriving in it. Even Manchester City's Rodri has praised him publicly, calling him a great player with a mentality to become one of the best in the world. When a player of Rodri's stature symbolically hands you the keys, you know you're special. And let's not forget, Zubimendi already stepped up for Spain during the Euro 2024 final against England when Rodri got injured. This guy is becoming both club and country's heartbeat. Now let's switch gears to the man of the moment, Mikel Merino. Arsenal fans, if you were unsure about him after that Liverpool game, Sunday night should have erased every doubt. Spain's 6-0 demolition of Turkey wasn't just another routine victory, it was Merino's night. He scored a hat-trick, his first ever for Spain, and every goal showcased a different side of his versatility. A late run into the box for a clinical finish, a poacher's goal at the right time and place, and then a thunderous 20-yard screamer into the top corner. Spanish media gave him a rare 10 out of 10 rating. His all-around stats were phenomenal too. 58 touches, 86% pass completion, 3 tackles, 1 interception, and he won every single aerial duel. He was everywhere. This wasn't just a performance, it was a statement, and it came at the perfect time. Remember, Merino's inclusion at Anfield drew criticism. Many accused Arteta of being too cautious. But this hat-trick proved Merino is not just a defensive cog, he's a complete midfielder and a potential match winner. And that's why this matters for Arsenal. Arteta has been under pressure, with fans questioning some of his tactical calls, but Merino's international exploits validate his trust. Maybe Arteta saw something others didn't. A player with the ability to balance midfield defensively, but still deliver game-changing goals. This is exactly the type of versatility Arsenal need if they want to challenge Manchester City for the league title this season. But not everything is rosy. Leandro Trossard's international form with Belgium continues to be a concern. Despite Belgium smashing Kazakhstan 6-0, Trossard was slammed by the Belgian press as the disappointment of the evening. Ratings as low as 4.5 out of 10 criticized him for being sluggish, uninspired, and barely noticeable. This is not a new theme. His struggles at Euro 2024, where he was labeled one of the worst performers against Slovakia, are still fresh in memory. And yet, we know the kind of magic Trossard can bring at Arsenal. He scored 17 goals last season across competitions and became the first Premier League player to provide 3 assists in a single first half of an away game. So, why the disconnect? The answer lies in tactics. At Arsenal, Arteta's system gives Trossard freedom to roam, drift centrally, and link up with the likes of Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka. For Belgium, he's often rigidly stuck on the left wing, with little freedom to influence play. The lack of cohesion in Belgium's squad also doesn't help. At 30 years old, Trossard is at a crossroads, and while Arsenal rewarded him with a pay rise earlier this summer, they didn't extend his contract beyond 2027. That means the club values him, but they're also keeping an eye on the long-term picture. With Gabriel Martinelli and new arrival Eberechi fighting for spots, Trossard needs to rediscover his spark quickly. Looking ahead, Arsenal return to Premier League action on September 13th against Nottingham Forest. This could be a turning point. Imagine Zubimendi controlling midfield, Merino arriving late to score goals, and Trossard desperate for redemption. It could be explosive. And with Rodri's praise ringing, Spanish chemistry carrying over from international duty, and a motivated squad, Arteta has all the tools for a title charge. So, Gunners, the question is yours. Was Spanish media too harsh on Zubimendi? Should Merino start against Forest after his hat-trick? And do you still back Trossard to find his form? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button if you're excited for Arsenal's return, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an episode of Arsenal Daily Talk. We bring you the news, the analysis, and the truth every single day. Until next time, keep the faith, and as always, come on you Gunners.